particular towards FaZe side of the map. And right now, nobody's really done a great job of just getting forward on the map. And we talk about that, just getting to the opponent team side, picking up some kills, putting the pressure on and spawning them out. But you see Rise Nation, now they're starting to mount a little bit of a push, but it's quickly shut down by Enable and Clay.
Felony and Aqua answer right back, though, so it's going to be up to Zuma and Attach on defense. Drone just thrown for yards, and it looks like Aqua wants to push in on the spawns now. Not going to happen, says Clayster, and it looks like Enable is going to be coming up for kills from behind. FaZe trying to fight out of their base. They're starting to get pinched back a little bit. Can Rise continue to apply the pressure, or is Enable going to be able to break forward?
I mean, well, you see all the blue arrows on the minimap. They're converging on that center drone, but you see they pick it up now. Aqua gets control of it. There's nobody else there to help him out. He picks up one. Now just going to have to try and stay alive as long as possible. Now the reinforcements come in for Rise Nation. You see Aqua trying to push up towards the end of bike path here as players all around him, and it's going to be Rise Nation. They have an opportunity to score here.
Yeah, and here comes Felony. Felony with that drone. Plenty of support. Clayster picks up the triple, but not all four. And that is going to be your first 2 points scored for Rise. Is FaZe ready to go with the counter? Let's go over to Attach. He's got the drone in hand.
Yeah, and Felony's in a tough spot there. He wants to keep control of that back statue, but also cannot give up points on the other side of things. Attach gets a nice 1 point throw off. It's a very difficult decision, right? Whether to rotate back with your team and kind of get control of your base again, or just keep locking down that FaZe spawn.
With this game being so fast, I like the decision just to go for one. Get some points on the board. Clayster going to be working with his teammate on the left side of the map, dodging the grenades, but all four members of Rise up to defend. Let's go over to Aqua. He was a monster in the first hard point. He already has 11 kills, double positive. He's had some big defensive stance and also helped lead the way for that first Felony score.
Well, we've always seen Aqua put up big numbers just in terms of kills and deaths, but it's just whether they result in wins or not. Now he's going to have the drone in hand, trying to get forward. Vicento picks up 2 as soon as Aqua just goes in to die, so maybe Aqua plays a little bit slower there. They're going to get points on the board, but FaZe, they hold down their base on the defensive end. They're going to let the drone reset. They're going to try and get some more map control.
And Clayster, just like in the hard points, going to be looking out for his teammates back. And he is going to play this one slow. As you see, Attach, and the kill feed takes care of business. The mini-map, the red arrows flooding forward. Clayster now trying to join Attach, and it's Zuma with the drone. They've got control of the base. Clayster's going to lead the way. 1 point toss, and that one's not anywhere near for Zuma. Missed opportunity there. FaZe should have tied things up.
Yeah, and the player's still getting used to the trajectory of the drone and how far you can throw it. And
you got to aim, too, man. That was...
Yeah, the aim was pretty poor there. Regardless of whether the trajectory was on, and the aim was just pretty poor. But now you see FaZe picking up some kills. They're getting control of that bottom side of the minimap, and you see the spawns coming in towards the top side for Rise Nation. Not what they wanted, but it's going to be Felony and Vicento picking up some huge kills in the base. Going to stop the drone from going in. Big plays on the defensive end for Rise Nation.
And they went with the reset. Last time they tried to run it out of their base, they almost got punished. This time they said, no, we're just throwing it over the fence, let it reset in the middle of the map. We'll go toe-to-toe with FaZe and fight for control.
Attach and Zuma in the feed, they're going to pick up a kill apiece, so now you're going to see FaZe just start to methodically work up the map. They pick up kills, now they have drone control. Let's see what they decided to do. Looks like they're going to go right up the gut. They have one player coming on that back left side with a flank, and now you're going to see a 1 point throw go in. So don't need that 2 there in the last few seconds. Tie the game up, 20 seconds left, maybe have one more opportunity to score.
And here comes the fast break. Can't get around the corner, though. And you are going to see 3 down for Rise. They went for a run at the drone, and they are going to get chased down in the back. Meanwhile, Attach, still sitting inside the base, has blocked all of the spawns. The drone now moving forward. Zuma with at least a 1-pointer here, and he doesn't get the shot off. That is like a quarterback just refusing to snap the ball. This is a huge missed opportunity. That is 2 points that Zuma should have scored in the first half that are not on the scoreboard.
Yeah,
we're going into the half with a tie game.
That made no sense not to get that off. I mean, maybe he thought he had 2 or 3 seconds left to bring that in for 2, but I mean, he had a perfect opportunity to get a 1 point playoff there, and just does not take it.
Nah, I didn't want to score. Let's make this a close game, guys.
Yes, no point to score. Why would you want to score?
On board with Felony to open things up, but it's Clayster charging through, picks up 2 with Enable in the kill feed as well, and we're going to have Attach now surging forward into the base once again. Attach is going to get tossed the drone. Nice job by spawning out the opponents, and they will get the first score. Clayster set up making sure that no one is coming from behind, and they can go for another fast break. He has the overdrive, Matt.
Yeah, no, this is not a good spot for Rise Nation to be in. I mean, their only two options are to rotate all the way around back towards Barn and try and play it from the face side, or to go through that center rails area. But if you have an assault rifle player set up in mid-map, you know, who's somewhat decent and can knock down some shots, you're going to be able to kill those players as they come through rails. So see FaZe now set up towards mid-map. Attach going to still play at this back statue because you see where the spawns are coming in for Rise Nation. You see Aqua spawning at that top side of the mini-map. It's going to be Attach just trying to pick up kills there, but Aqua picks up 2, secures his base back, but damage already done.
Dude, I think Attach definitely deserves MVP of this game 3 so far. He's gotten some scores when his teammates toss him the drone, but he's been the guy just charging into the opponent's base, forcing the clearing the way for the drone captures, and it's a 6-2. 4 points scored here on the second side. FaZe in total control. Attach, he's got his payload. He's got a Scarab to work with as well. Clayster, he's got his payload with the overdrive. Look for a fast break to come if they can pick up 2 or 3 kills here.
Well, Rise Nation just needs to get somebody towards that bottom side of the minimap because we've seen it time and time again where Zuma or Attach are able to go through and just pick up kills. Fantastic use of rewind there by Attach. He's able to get 1, picks up a second towards the middle of the map, and now you see him get aggressive towards the Rise Nation side, and this is where things get scary for Rise.
Attach just doing so much damage with that OSA, now calling in the score streaks. That's going to get shut down immediately. Clayster was there to back him up, but they will have to bounce back for a moment. It looks like they will be forced off as it will be Aqua into the middle. Looney trying to come off the perimeter, but the top of their base still is held down. They can't even get to the middle, Matt.
Yeah, I mean, they just can't do anything when Zuma and Attach are just on your side of the map, just flanking and picking you up from behind. It's going to force Rise Nation consistently rotate all the way back here through bowling, all the way through baseball, and just try and get control of their own base. They're never going to get anything going on offense playing like this.
Well, the good news is that is another missed FaZe toss. To chalk it up to another missed opportunity, but it means it's just a 2-dunk game. Plenty of time left as well for Rise. You just got to get the kills, you got to get control, and what they haven't been able to do is get into the FaZe base. You look at the spawns, Matt, if you get these kills up top, you can push forward, but they can't. They can't cross the 50-yard line.
No, they haven't gotten close here in the second half to getting towards the FaZe side of the map. So you see some kills being exchanged towards the center, and the drone just being thrown back between the two players fighting here, but Vicento trying to locate Enable, cannot do it. And now you'll see FaZe pick up the drone. They have overdrive. This would be a pretty good spot for Clay to use it, try and get all the way to that right side of the map, but elects not to there. Enable used his camo during this push as well.
That was definitely the plan. They wanted to pop all of their payloads and put the pressure. It looks like the drone will be thrown out here from Rise, and actually it goes in, rather. It's going to be 3-6. Watching Attach as he sets up in the middle of the map. Rise going to be all 4 up, and now they have an opportunity to push this. So much patience, and it's not going to pay off. 1 kill will stop the drone momentarily. They have control. Let's go over to Felony. Long ranger too far left once again.
Yeah, he has a teammate in the back, though, and they're not actually able to get the drone at this moment in time. They're going to have to go back and locate it, as it was FaZe actually who threw it out of the back of their base once you saw Rise throw it in. And it's really just been Attach and Enable during this push that have really done some nice things. So FaZe started to spawn out topside. When Attach is hiding in the middle, he's able to pick up that first kill. Just delays the push just enough from the side of Rise Nation to where FaZe doesn't give up any points.
And here comes FaZe on the counter after a nice push from Rise that fell just short. FaZe with a short opportunity, not going to happen. So, back and forth, the kills are going. 40 seconds left on the clock. It's do or die time for Rise. They got to rewind, but no body still alive to use it.
Yeah, you see the drone still at the middle of the map. So even if Rise does get control of the FaZe side of the map, they still have to work their way back. It's just this bike path area has been such an issue for the side of Rise Nation. Not been able to get control. Zuma and Attach just consistently push over through that side of the map, and you just have to force all the way to rotate back and clear it out for Rise. Things have not worked out here in the second half of Uplink.
All right, Vicento's going to go for the pickup, and he popped his overdrive. No luck. Looney coming off spawn, not going to be there. The camo now used. They have a chance for a dunk. They're going with the safe play, but it's not in time. 4-6. That is all FaZe in the second half. They're going to take a 2-1 advantage. Things were looking good at halftime. You held FaZe to just 2 points. You're all tied up. You had a missed opportunity early on for Rise, and then at the end of the game, they simply could not get the dunks in. Too strong was the defense.
Yeah, I mean, Uplink is all just about that map control. I mean, when FaZe can just force the issue onto the Rise side of the map, spawn Rise in that unfavorable top spawn and just really punish them. You never saw Rise able to get control of that mid-map and force FaZe into the same predicament.
We give a lot of credit to Attach and his positioning, but the man who put up the most kills in the game was Enable. The old man on this FaZe roster getting the job done. 31 and 23, was involved in some of the passes that you saw as well. Clayster having a very patient game at 27 and 21, made sure that no one got past him at mid-map. On the side for Rise, I mean, the numbers aren't terrible, but you add them all up, and this team simply got outside. Aqua, again, the only one to be able to go positive for his team.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot like Elevate in the last uplink I casted between Rise and Elevate, where Rise did a great job of just pushing forward, and just Elevate, they were only picking kills up on their defensive end. That's a lot what you saw there in that matchup.
So, throwback, you look at this map, and it didn't go in Rise's favor. What could they have done to change things, Matt? Because it didn't look like they made any adjustments going into the second half. They were still getting spawned out at the start of side 2.
Well, look, at some point you have to get control of your base and push out from there and not just keep letting FaZe just relentlessly, just like this onslaught just in your base constantly. You needed to get somebody, on a flank, just cause a nuisance inside the FaZe base, force them to rotate back.
Well, it's a brand new game, and it's do or die time for Rise. They are facing elimination unless they win game number 4 and force a game 5. We're going to start things off with Felony on this map for Search and Destroy. He led all players with 13 kills. Off the break, he's going to be fighting towards the new hard point as all 8 players will throw themselves at it, and it is 3 straight kills for FaZe. Not the start you wanted for Rise, and man, Enable's just forcing people off the map.
Yeah, so Enable actually going to be going with the NV4 at the beginning. We saw him do this earlier in the tournament, and this is a good hard point to use the NV4 on, obviously. But you can see just the low recoil, the great range that this gun gives you, medium to long ranges, that's where it excels. Enable able to pick up a few kills here up at the beginning.
He had the hot hand last game, and he's coming in 4-0 to start things off. Pushing up, going to find kill number 5. Now he's close to streaks here. A kill and a half away. And he is just going to play this one safe. His teammates say just play for your streaks here. It looks like they will milk every second left here on the clock, as that'll be about 43 to 1 second after your first hill rotation. Such
a smart play by Enable there. Felony tries to challenge him on the rotation. It's going to be Rise that gets control of this next hardpoint at the beginning, but you see the position that FaZe is going to be able to play from here. They should be able to just converge on. You have a player coming up from Market, and you have players coming in from that bottom straight. So it's going to be very difficult for Rise to just prioritize which side to look towards.
Enable gonna fall after starting off 6-1. Let's go to Clayster though, 3 and 4. Trying to defend this hill, 2 players charging in. It's Enable back in now, continuing to collect time, but Rise flies through. Looney gonna fall, Aqua on your screen, coming off the long respawn. He's gotta get the Felony soon to support.
Yeah, it seems like Rise only able to keep 1 player up inside the hardpoint at a time, and you see right there, Aqua's gonna put down some shots. 20 seconds left on this one. Looks like Rise potentially going to give up this time as well. They're going to rotate towards that next hard point, but this is one where it can get out of hand, Chris, because if they rotate early and FaZe wins these engagements over here in Graveyard Cemetery, they're able to hold on to the hill. They are going to be up by a lot.
Looney's got to look out. There is still 1 player in the market. New hard point has gone to his location. The spawns didn't come through for player 6. That was Enable hoping for it, but it doesn't matter. Clayster and Enable pick up the kills they needed anyway. Looney does answer on Zuma, but there's still 2 more players nearby, and he will eventually be chased down. Enable, 10 and 2, is on another 4 streak. He opened up the game 6-0. Will he be able to continue? Not for now, but Zuma and Attach are still there.
Now I was going to say, Looney did a thing. Staying alive long enough, buying time for some teammates to get closer towards this hard point, and you're going to see Rise. They're going to be able to break. FaZe Clan spawning very far away from this grave hard point, and it looks like they're going to opt to give this one up, FaZe. So with 20 seconds left, you're going to see Attach heading all the way over towards Broken. They're going to try and make this time back at the beginning of the next hill.
And that's a lot of time to give up. That's a good 25 points, free points, that you're not even going to contest.
We're so early into the game, though, and I feel like you can get a ton of time on Broken, where if you give up, 18 seconds, like if you get 1 good hold here at the beginning, you're going to make all that time back up.
Attach is going to be the player inside. Clayster trying to watch his front entrance, and Clayster didn't get that kill, so Attach falls. 2 down now. And this big transition, they're banking on being able to score back. Cloister taking out Zuma with the accidental grenade, but attached Zuma will pick up 2 kills. That's going to make it tougher for Rise to break through, and so far it looks like the gamble is paying off. They've already made up that 25 points, Matt, and they're going for more.
Oh, they're going to get a lot more. I mean, you see the spawns coming in for the side of Rise Nation. They're spawning all the way at the end of the bridge. Now that's the spawn that FaZe is going to get. So Rise is going to spawn a little bit closer. It's going to put a lot of pressure on Zuma to pick up these kills. You see he's doing it currently on a 3 streak.
Cloister shots in. Zuma's going to clean it up. Now Clade, nice head pick there as he takes down Aqua, and it's Enable in the feed as well. So 3 down for Rise. They all spawn out Cathedral. The man in rotation, it's Enable once again.
I mean, what? You gave up 20 seconds for 60 there, pretty much.
I'll do it.
Yeah, that's a pretty good trade there for FaZe Clan. They knew if they could get to Broken early, spawn Rise far out on that bridge, they were going to be able to hold it pretty easy.
Staying on board with Enable. 14-6 so far, halfway towards his camo, and he's going to pick up another kill, 350 off of that Trinity rocket. The score streaks could be coming in soon if he continues to slay. And he's got this hotel held down. His teammates inside the hard point make it 147 and counting to just 61. FaZe in total control. Rise Nation falling apart here on our main stage.
And Rise has not gotten a point since that Graveyard Cathedral hard point. So
finally, they touched it.
They've touched it. Now
they got one.
They've gotten 2 seconds. No, 1 second, sorry, in the last 2 hills.
It's not good news, Matt.
It's basically the story of the game this far. It's all you need to say to summarize what's gotten up into this point. You look at the score, FaZe almost up 100 at this point. They're going to make it over 100 points. They are up right now, dominating Rise Nation here on Retaliation Hardpoint.
Look at the numbers. Cloister 15-9, 19-8 for Enable. Zuma 15 and only 9 deaths, and then 13-11 for Attach. Every single member of FaZe Clan positive. The rewind comes in. Cloister picks up a triple as Attach is just distracting for his teammate at this point.
So here's where it really punishes Rise Nation. Like if they were to make it over towards that grave and broken hardpoint again, they can't afford to rotate early over towards them because they just do not have that luxury in the score. So you're pretty much going to give those hills up to FaZe yet again. It's going to be very difficult for Rise Nation to make this comeback.
Down goes Enable, so a chance for Rise to break through. Zuma playing impatiently, laying prone, and getting executed. Rise will take over, but there's 20 points remaining on this bridge. Then the rotation will come through once again. And let's take our screen to Zuma, 16-10. He's going to find some action. Picks up 1. Facento is there. Facento holding on to the hill. He's got 6 seconds left. But let's take it over to Felony. He's going to be the man into the action first.
Yeah, but FaZe has a player up in top bedroom. So as soon as Felony gets onto the hard point, yep.
All 4 down.
He's going to get executed. So FaZe, they get control of this lower hard point in the street, and now you have Rise Nation spawning up by Market, and they have to be very careful. I think they need to push Cloister here. They need to get control of this top patio, and that's where they'll be able to break this hill.
Cloister knows he's got the advantage waiting in that doorway. Attach is going to fall, though. Zuma rotating off spawn, and Enable is going to still score. So Rise, they're trading out kills, but they're not getting to the man who's in the hill. Finally, Enable falls. Cloister from the top gets 1, challenging a second. Enable with the payload as well as Attach pushing forward. Attach is going to make it 225 and counting as they have taken over. Will they be able to defend themselves here? 16 seconds left, so they got to go to at least 1 more hill. But this is looking like a FaZe clan that should be moving on to our grand finals.
Yeah, and I mean, FaZe is going to have players on the rotation, although Rise takes them out, but still Attach inside of the hill. He's able to get 1, pretty much milks the extended time there for FaZe, and FaZe, they have a lot to work with here to try and break this.
Camo break coming in, I have a feeling. You're going to let number 8 that's Attached distract like he did for Cloister earlier. Some score streaks coming in. Cloister's going to pick off Looney, and there comes the camo. He goes for the first player he sees, and Attach is going to shoot over his shoulder to take out Maceno. This is it. FaZe has broken the setup from Rise. 1 more kill will do it. 250 to 101. FaZe with a hell of a job here, taking down Rise Nation.
Just a dominant hold on that broken hard point and inside of the hotel. And if Rise Nation was never able to mount anything after